One thing I would probably do differently is identifying the priorities to the customer sooner. And that's coming from, more of a marketing lens where when you look at such a broad market, global, 5 to 6 different partner types, all of them having elements they bring to the table and vice versa. I think what I would have done much more quickly is get down to the root of where our customer journey is going and aligning those priorities from the beginning. It's not always easy to see that in the beginning when you haven't built all these things out and you haven't, had the failings that you learn from that standpoint. But if you keep your eye on what your customers are driving towards, because, our partners are part of the customer's buying journey, and really looking at it from that standpoint, you get to the right place much faster. And it helps you cut through some of the noise of where to prioritize, especially when you're going through a rebuild. One of the things you must do, and I spoke about it a little bit earlier, but I feel very passionately about it, is to always keep in mind you don't know what you don't know. The relationships and just the knowledge sharing that I've experienced at Dragos over the past 5 years. I, at some points in my career there, have felt more confident going to my counterparts that I worked with day to day at partners and asking them the dumb questions than I did, doing that amongst a meeting with my colleagues. And not to say they're not supportive either, but when you are gauging different mindsets and different viewpoints, you really get a better scope of what preemptive roadblocks will I encounter. I went to Cyber Marketing Con this past December, and hearing some of the IT cyber roadblocks that the partners had encountered. We knew there was some overlap there, but we had always looked at our side of the house as, there's going to be differentiators. There's going to be different ways that we scale that won't correlate to that industry. But wiping that mindset clean and going into each partnership, each exposure to organizations that are a part of your industry, and learning as much as you can from their viewpoint and applying what is relevant to your ecosystem is the biggest takeaway that I would say is the most important to be successful in partner marketing.